Now, you all know about fairy stories, don't you? You've probably heard most of them. But I bet you've never heard the wise old frog tell one, have you? Well, he tells some pretty scary stories. And this story, as told by the wise old frog, is scarier than most. Let's hear what he tells the animals who've gathered around for the riverbank production of the classic old story, Little Red Riding Hood. Are you ready? It was a soft and gentle afternoon as Hammy and Martha walked through the woods. They were on their way to the clearing to listen to the wise old frog tell one of his famous stories. And this would be a story with a twist. I wonder what a twist is, Martha. Frog said this story would have a twist.
Well, a twist is something different, Hammy, something unusual. Maybe it's a different kind of story, or perhaps a different way of telling it.
Well, either way, it's going to be a terrific story, Martha. Frog is the best storyteller I've ever heard.
And he's always full of surprises, Hammy. So we'll just have to wait and see what the twist is, won't we?
That's the tough part, Martha. I'm not so good at waiting.
Then let's get a move on, Hammy. The sooner we get there, the sooner we find out what the twist is.
And they scampered off toward the clearing. When they got there, they found the wise old frog sitting beside an old trunk, and there were some interesting pieces of wood just behind him. Everyone was there, waiting for the story to begin. They loved to listen as he spoke in that rich, deep voice of his.
Harumph! Now, today's story is a beloved old fairy tale about Little Red Riding Hood going through the woods to take a basket of goodies to her dear old grandmother.
Oh, what kind of goodies were in the basket, Mr. Frog?
Oh, the kind of things that grandmothers like, Hammy. Things like cakes and pies and tarts and cookies, I suppose.
Wow! Cakes and pies and tarts and cookies? Sounds terrific, Mr. Frog.
I'm sure it was terrific, Hammy, once grandmother got the basket. But there is more to the story than that, if you'd care to hear it.
Oh, yes, please, Mr. Frog. What happens in the story?
Well, now, as Little Red Riding Hood walks along, she is accosted by a big, bad wolf. Although I want to stress that not all wolves are big and bad.
Oh, I understand, Mr. Frog.
I'm sure you do, Hammy. Now, this particular wolf...
The big bad wolf?
Yes, Hammy, that was the one. The big bad wolf stops Little Red Riding Hood and asks her where she is going. Little Red Riding Hood explains to the big bad wolf that she is going to visit her grandmother, who lives in a small cottage deep in the woods.
Oh!
Then the big bad wolf scoots on ahead of Little Red Riding Hood to play out his wicked plan.
Sounds scary, Mr. Frog.
Well, it is a little scary, Martha, but what will make this particular story really interesting is that I want some of you to play the parts of the story as I tell it. That way you'll be getting involved in the story, instead of just sitting there listening to it. And for the others, you'll have something to watch as well as listen to.
Well, that's a neat twist, Mr. Frog. Hey, that must be the twist you talked about. Hey, that sounds great, Frog. Which part am I going to play?
Well, the only fair way to choose the players is by auditioning for the parts. Now, who do you think should play the part of Little Red Riding Hood?
I think Hammy should play Little Red Riding Hood, Mr. Frog. I think GP would be terrific in that part.
I'd like to see Turtle play the lead, Mr. Frog.
Well, let's see who looks the most like Little Red Riding Hood. Try this blonde wig on for size.
But the wig was too small for GP. Hey, not bad, eh? Hey, do I get the part? Turtle was next. Golly, I've never had a wig before. Yuck. But the wig was much too big for Turtle. Then it was Hammy's turn. If I get the part, do I get all the cakes and pies and tarts and cookies too?
No, Hammy. The basket is for grandmother, remember? But I'm sure she'll share with you if you ever get there. But I think you fit the part, Hammy, because the wig fits you. Congratulations.
Why, thank you, Mr. Frog. I'll do my very best. Drat, I hope I get the next part. Well, the next part to be cast was the grandmother, and even Granny Rabbit thought that Turtle would play it best.
I think Turtle would make a wonderful grandmother, Mr. Frog.
I'd like to play the grandmother. I think I'll be very good as the grandmother, as long as I don't get eaten.
Now, for the final audition. For the part of the big bad wolf, we need someone who can growl and look frightening and scare people.
Well, I guess that lets me out. I'm too handsome and good-looking for that role. Nothing scary about me, unless you're intimidated by my mighty brain, that is. I guess I do scare some folks, but only because I'm so clever. So count me out.
Is there nobody who'd like to play the big bad wolf?
What about...
That guy... Yeah, you mean,
Oh, he's a natural.
I think they're talking about Ferret.
Well, I'm a little shy myself, and I do get stage fright, but I guess I could growl all right, and I can look pretty fierce when I want to. Let's give her a try. Growl.
My, he looks so fierce it makes me shiver.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to meet him in a dark alley. Oh, he sure looks big and bad.
There, it's all settled then. The play is cast. Let's get on with it.
Mr. Frog, sir, I think it would be nice to have a little music to help set the mood, wouldn't it?
I suppose it would, Hammy. Granny Rabbit, perhaps you could play your organ for us.
Oh, I'd be delighted, Mr. Frog, but my organ's back at my treehouse.
GP, would you mind? Quick as you can now, before I forget the story.
Hey, Hammy, can you give me a hand? We'll be back in a flash with the brass, Frog. Don't start without us, Mr. Frog.
Never fear, Hammy, never fear.
In no time, Hammy and GP were hurtling through the woods to Granny Rabbit's house to pick up her pipe organ. You know, Hammy, I gotta admit I'm happier watching you play Little Red Riding Hood with Ferret up there than me. He's kind of mean-looking, ain't he? Oh, I think he's just pretending, GP. I don't think he's really nasty or anything. Well, I'd still keep an eye on him if I were you, Hammy. Hey, we're here. It was quite a struggle to get Granny Rabbit's pipe organ out and through the door, but Hammy was a willing worker. Oh, gosh, this sure is heavy, GP. Hey, you can do it, Hammy. Just get your little shoulder under here and, like this, GP. Attaboy, Hammy. You're doing fine. There she goes. Hey, Hammy, you done good. Whew. This was my bright idea, having music, wasn't it? Yeah, but remember, Hammy, everything that's worthwhile is worth working for, you know. I know you're right, GP. Whew, there. That ought to do it. Hey, nice going, Hammy. Hop in. It sounded like Granny's pipe organ was enjoying the ride. Hey, it's kind of nice to have a little music as you drive, ain't it, Hammy? Yeah, it sure is, GP, but, you know, I kind of like the way Granny Rabbit plays better. Just make sure we don't lose any organ pipes, GP. Or Granny Rabbit's organ. They arrived back at the clearing just as the wise old frog was beginning to lose his patience.
Rumph. Well, now we can have our music. Can we please get on with it then?
Oh, yes, let's get on with it.
Hey, let's go.
I want to hear this story.
Hey, let's get the show on the road, eh? We want a story, we want a story.
And I'd like to tell it. So, we now have Hammy playing Little Red Riding Hood, Turtle playing the grandmother, and Ferret playing the big bad wolf. And thanks to GP's efforts, we have Granny Rabbit's organ, so Granny can give us some mood music. What more can we ask? I do believe we're as ready as we'll ever be.
There's just one more thing, Frog.
And whatever could that be, GP?
Popcorn.
Popcorn?
Yeah, you know, I always like a little popcorn when I'm watching a play or hearing a story. Yeah, popcorn.
All we need is popcorn.
We want popcorn.
We want popcorn.
Hey, you remember the old popcorn machine Hammy and I built, Frog? Well, it shouldn't take long to shake up a little popcorn now, should it?
Harumph.
Hey, back in a flash with the mash, Frog. Yeah, I think popcorn's a great idea, Hammy, even if I didn't think of it myself. You see, Hammy, it's still here. And there's some corn left over, too. And there was the amazing riverbank popcorn machine. Now, how do I start this thing? I forgot. I think we have to put the corn in first, GP. Okay, Hammy, pour it in there. Don't want to keep Frog waiting, you know. So Hammy got straight to work and filled the hopper of the mighty popcorn machine. Okay, machine, do your stuff. The machine did its stuff and started pouring out a river of big, white, fluffy, scrumptious popcorn. Okay, Hammy, turn it off and get one of those big bags Martha fished out of the river.
Harumph. I hope GP and Hammy get back soon, or I'll have forgotten the story.
Maybe you could tell us another story while we're waiting, Mr. Frog. Sort of a warm-up or a second feature or
If this takes much longer, Turtle, I'll have to tell you the story about how Little Red Riding Hood became old and gray while waiting for her popcorn, won't I?
Oh, let's have that one, Mr. Frog. Wait a minute now. I think you're just being funny, aren't you? Mr. Frog? Yeah. Well, I hope Frog's patience doesn't run out, don't you? But it shouldn't be too long before Hammy and GP get back with the popcorn. Once they get it loaded, that is. Let's hurry, GP. Okay, Hammy, hold that bag open now. That's it, GP. Keep it coming. And GP kept it coming. And before long, the bag was full. And so was Hammy. Okay, Hammy, get the bag on the trailer. We can't keep Frog waiting any longer, can we? So Hammy put his shoulder to the task. There. How's that, GP? Hey, you're doing fine, Hammy. You're doing fine. And before long, they were on the road again, racing back to hear the wise old frog's long-awaited story. Gosh, I hope he waits for us before he starts the story, GP. Hey, don't worry, Hammy. You can't start without us because you're the star. By the time they got back, the afternoon shadows were lengthening and dusk was beginning to settle in.
Welcome back, GP and Hammy. Now we have our popcorn and our music and our cast. Is there anything else we need to get this little production underway?
Hey, come on, let's go, eh?
Hammy, can we have some popcorn over here?
Let's get on with the story.
Very well. Exactly my plan. Now, in honor of Hammy playing the lead, I'm going to call this production Little Red Hammy Hoops. I shall narrate and direct. Are we ready?
Yeah, come on, let's go. Oh, let's hear it, let's hear it.
Harumph! A little background music, Granny, if you please.
Some happy woodsy music to begin with.
Once upon a time, there was a little hamster whose name was Little Red Hammy Hoops, because she always wore a red cape. Now one day, Little Red Hammy Hoops was walking through the woods to visit her grandmother, who lived in a small cottage deep in the woods. She carried with her a basket of goodies for her grandmother.
Wow, cakes and pies and tarts and cookies, and I sure hope Grandmother will share these with me when I get there.
It was such a lovely day that Little Red Hammy Hoops stopped to smell the flowers along the path.
Hello, flowers. Hello, trees.
Little Red Hammy Hoops walked in the forest and whoops! Hoops! Who put her foot in a puddle? Hoops! Who caught her hair in a tree? Whoops! Who got herself in a muddle? Hoops! Then who got stung by a bee? Whoops! So Little Red Hammy Hoops, she got as flustered as can be and decided to visit her granny. And maybe in time we will see it was not a very good plan.
Then, suddenly, there appeared behind the bushes a big, bad wolf.
Growl.
Hey, Martha, hold my hand, will you?
He slithered out and spoke to Little Red Hammy Hoops.
Good morning, little miss.
Oh, good morning, sir.
And where are you going this fine and lovely day?
I am going to visit my grandmother, who lives deep in the woods in a small cottage.
Well, have a nice trip.
And the big bad wolf hurried off and took the shortcut, getting to Grandmother's cottage ahead of Little Red Hammy Hoops. The big bad wolf, being a very smooth talker, convinced the grandmother to hide in the closet while he took her place in bed.
I'll just hide over here in the closet.
Meanwhile, the unsuspecting Little Red Hammy Hoops walked on through the woods and arrived at her grandmother's small cottage.
Come right in, my dear. How very nice to see you, my dear.
Grandmother, what big eyes you have.
All the better to see you with, my dear.
But Grandmother, what a big nose you have.
All the better to smell you with, my dear.
But Grandmother, what great big teeth you have.
All the better to eat you with, my dear. Ah!
I'm scared.
Gosh, I wonder if it's my line now.
Now, Turtle, it's your line.
I've forgotten my line. It's,
I said, all the better to eat you with, my dear.
Grandmother, save me. Come on, Grandmother, you can do it.
I said, all the better to eat you with, my dear.
Come on, Turtle, get on with it.
I think I've got it now. Can I do it now?
I can't think of a better time, Turtle.
Okay, here goes then. Mr. Wolf, unhand my little granddaughter and be off with you.
Ah! Foiled again.
Hey, pretty good. Hey, I like that.
Wonderful story.
They'd all had a wonderful time, and thanked the wise old frog for a very entertaining evening, and thanked Granny for playing the organ, and GP and Hammy for bringing the popcorn. Then they headed home. Hammy had a little trouble getting his golden wig off, but finally shook it free and said good night to the wise old frog.
Good night, Mr. Frog, and thanks for the story.
Harumph.
It was getting dark as Hammy walked home.
Gosh, that was a pretty scary story. I sure hope I don't run into the big bad wolf on my way home. Of course, I know it was only a story, but... Oh, I wish I was home already. Oh, no! What's that? Over there! Yow! Legs, don't fail me now! Poor Hammy. He'd never run so fast in all his life, and since Martha's house was closer, that's where he headed. Martha, Martha, save me, Martha! Martha, I saw the big bad wolf. I saw his eyes glowing red in the bushes.
Now, Hammy, that's only a story. Oh, what an imagination you have.
But Martha, he growled at me.
Nobody growled at you, Hammy. You just thought you heard it. Your mind can play funny tricks on you sometimes, especially when you've been listening to scary stories.
Tricks like that, Martha?
Oh, Hammy, I'm scared.
Sure had you fooled, didn't I? Nothing like a good practical joke, is there?
Not when you frighten someone half to death, Ferret. You should be ashamed of yourself.
And Ferret was ashamed of himself and apologized to Martha and Hammy for scaring them and promised not to ever do it again. So he said good night, leaving Hammy and Martha in the comfy little house having some hot chocolate. And that was quite enough adventure for one day anyway, wasn't it? And who could tell what tomorrow would bring? Probably another adventure. But that's another story.